Hello, today I'm going to show you the proper and most efficient way to pack for your vacation. There are actually a couple steps that make it easier and less anxiety when you actually plan your vacation. So the first thing you always do is make a list. The second thing you do is get all your clothes out in a organized and spacious manner. And the third thing is the actual way of packing efficiently. And I actually had an issue a while back when I went to Puerto Rico with my best friend and my sister, and we were going for a month, and I've never been away for that long. So I decided to pack extremely last minute the day before we left, and I packed the most random things, like really fancy dresses and lots of socks that I never wore. And I remember having so many anxious times when I felt like I didn't have what I needed to wear for that specific trip. So I actually did a little bit of research, and I figured out this YouTube video. It was from an airline called the Heathrow Airport airline, and they showed me the most efficient ways on how to pack your suitcase. So I like to begin everything by writing a list. And by writing a list, you have to think about how long you're going for, what the weather is going to be like, and are you going to be doing any special activities that requires certain things that you wouldn't normally pack. So after you write that list, I like to lay everything out in an open, spacious area where everything's organized in their individual pile. And after I do that, I check my list and I make sure that everything I wrote on it is here in front of me. And then what I like to do is I like to go through each pile and make sure that it's something I would obviously bring on vacation and wear, and not just use up space in my suitcase. So I have my shorts, my undergarments, my socks, bathing suits, shoes, toiletries, tops, and a book. And I go through each pile, and then I'll pull something out, like this top right here. I've never worn before. It's extremely fancy, and it's not something you really wear on the island. So I'll take that out of the pile. And then to actually begin packing efficiently, there's a certain way on how to do this that makes the most sense, and it really helps you out if you're trying to just do a carry-on and you don't want to check your suitcase. You want to get everything in it in the best way possible. So you start with your shoes. You have shoes like this, and you're gonna put them in crisscross like that. And they always go in first because they make the best layering. Another one like this, crisscross it like that. And then after that, there's a trick where you can put your socks and you can roll them up in tiny balls like that, and you can stuff your sneakers with them. And that way you're utilizing the space the best to your advantage. So just do that. And then you can fill in the space between your shoes with your undergarments and items like your bathing suits, because it doesn't matter if they get wrinkly or not. After that, you begin to layer in your clothing, and you just put them in like that so they don't get wrinkly. You layer in the shirts on top. Okay. And then when you're finished with all of that, you can get your toiletries in there, and always make sure that you have a zipper or that they're double bagged, just so you don't have all of your toiletries spill out on your items for vacation. So the last thing I put in is a book I'll read on the airplane. That way I have easy access to it. So I just put that in last. Zip everything up. Make sure it's not overflowing. And then you're ready to go. So in order to have an easy, stress-free vacation, I really recommend to write a list, organize your items, and use the steps I just showed you before in order to have a great vacation. Thank you.